then increase more rapidly. Logarithm LOGARITHMIC or exponential phase due to availability of food and requirement in plenty and no competition, but it soon slow down gradually as the environmental resistance increase. Percentage wise, the negative acceleration deceleration or transitional phase until a more or less equilibrium level is reached and maintained, or until at zero growth rate the population stabilize. Stationary phase, equilibrium phase. In this phase, the new organisms are almost equal to the number of dying individual, and thus there is no more increase in population size. Mortality and natality rate become equal. The point of stabilization or zero growth rate is termed the saturation value, symbolized by K, or carrying capacity of the environment for the organism. Carrying capacity is the maximum number of individuals of a species that can be supported in a given area, or it is the maximum population density or population size of a species below which it is number tend to increase and above which is number tend to decrease because of shortage of resources. This type of population growth is termed density dependent, since growth rate depend on the number present in the population. This form may be summarized or represented mathematically by the following simple logistic model or equation. dn divided by dt is equal to rn k minus n divided by k equal to r ছোট হাতের r n 1 minus n by k, where dn divided by dt rate of change in population size in number, k হচ্ছে carrying capacity, r হচ্ছে biotic potential, reproductive inherent power of the population growth, n হচ্ছে the size of population in number, k minus n divided by k or 1 minus n divided by k is environmental resistance. A shape, no number of individual time. A shape summary. In a shape or sigmoid growth, the population show an initial gradual increase in population size followed by the exponential increase and then gradual decline to near constant level. 4. Phase of sigmoid phase shaped growth curve. Establishment অথবা lack অথবা positive acceleration phase, period where individual adapt to new environment and slow increase in the population. Here population growth is slow to start because there are not many organisms reproducing. Individual become sexually mature and seek partner for mating. Logarithmic or exponential phase, period of rapid rise in population due to availability of food and requirement of the life in plenty and no competition. Here the population growth is very fast, many organisms reproducing, and population reaches its maximum growth rate. Therefore is in this phase natality greatly exceed than mortality due to abundant resources and minimum environmental resistance. C. Negative acceleration phase or deceleration phase, transitional phase, period in which this is a slow rise in population as the environmental resistance increases. Here population growth slow down because resources eventually become limited, which lead to competition for survival. Therefore in this phase natality rate start to fall and more mortality rate begin to rise. Stationary phase or equilibrium phase It is the final phase when growth rate becomes stable because mortality and natality rate become equal. Here population growth is stopped because resources are now limited. The population has reached carrying capacity. Example: the growth form of yeast, duckweed, plant, fish, sheep, etc. Yeast or duckweed can grow on agar plate or in cup of water. When grown in controlled condition, this simple organism will demonstrate the phase of sigmoid growth curve. After an initial lag phase, there will be period of exponential growth while resources remain abundant. As resources become limited, the growth rate may begin to slow because eventually becoming a stationary phase. Because organisms are being grown in closed system, in an accumulation of metabolic waste will inevitably occur. This will eventually lead to increase in the rate of death and overall reduction in population size.